channel. My name is Damilola and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber currently based in Ibadan. On this channel I bear Dami's name, so you are just at the right place at the right time. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to the family. I celebrate you greatly, and please do not make this your last, okay? Ensure you subscribe to my channel, give my videos a thumbs up, and do not forget to drop a comment down. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate you greatly. I do not take this for granted in any way. Thank you so much, and I pray God blesses you, keeps you, and gives you peace by all means. Okay, as usual, you guys already use my signature greetings and prayers. Okay guys, so today's video is something I ought to have done a day ago, but it's better late than never, right? That's what they say. So exactly, I am going to be talking about the most nostalgic travel experience I have ever had, okay? In a long while, let me use that word. Now if you watch my videos, I mean my past videos, you will notice where I talked about things you need to know about me. I said that I'm a kind of person that I hardly go out, okay? I was brought up in Ibadan. In fact, I was born, bred, buttered, sugared, chocolated. If there's any English like that in Ibadan, so I don't usually go out much. And I hardly travel. Trust me. The last time I traveled was when I went for my NYC. Yeah. And that was like from right now. That should be like 4-5 years ago. Yes. And since then I've not really had any serious reason to travel. Or maybe I've had reasons to travel, but I just felt like they are not as important as me being there. Okay. So now I had to embark on a journey to Lagos. I reside in Ibadan, like I said earlier on. I had to embark on a journey to Lagos a day ago, and trust me guys, it was not funny. Like, I have this nostalgic feeling for traveling, and I don't know why. Maybe there's somebody like me. You can just let me know in the comment section down here whether you also have this nostalgic feeling for traveling. I don't enjoy traveling, or more so I don't like traveling. Let me just use that word. And not basically because I'm fearful or anything, although initially it was because I used to be very fearful about traveling, and I mostly feel like when you have to embark on a journey outside of your state, it requires a lot of prayers, sacrifices, spiritual empowerment and all those things. Don't blame me, okay? But now I know better, sure. So I had to go on this journey, and it was quite important, right? Very, very important, of which I will tell you guys later, whatever it is. Okay, so a day to that day, I was just like, restless, moody, kind of. I don't know why, but it's just beyond me. I don't know why. I'm just having this apprehension, and a lot of things are coming to my mind. Should I go? Should I not go? It's been a while I traveled. Are you sure this journey is for you? Different thoughts, how the devil comes up with different ideas. But anyway, I decided to like ditch the devil's nonsense thoughts and embark on the journey. I prayed as usual, okay? Because of course you know that prayers are very important. Now, I'm going to be talking about the lessons I learned from this journey at the end of the storytelling, okay? Alright, so I embarked on this journey, and one thing about me is that anytime I have to travel like that, if I have to, I always like going with cabs, okay? I don't really like boarding buses. I mean public buses. I don't know why, because there are a lot of discomfort to experience there, especially for as tall as me. The sitting spacing is always not comfortable, and a lot of things like that. So I said to board a cab. Now this cab was quite comfortable, okay, although it was a bit choky, but not too choky. At least it was still comfortable, and the journey was quite okay. The road was smooth. Now this is the road that leads to Lagos from Ibadan. Lagos Ibadan Expressway is very, very okay now. The road is very, very okay. Please, if you're hearing any noise now, please ignore, because of generator sounds. I hope it's not going to interfere with my video. Anyway, so back to the story. The road that leads to Lagos from Ibadan is very, 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 very smooth and motorable. Thanks to the government. I think they did one thing for us. So there was no hitch on the way. There was no traffic congestion and all the likes. So I got to Lagos quite early. In fact, when I called the person I was going to see, I felt like, wow, so early, and thanks to God for that. So I got to Lagos. I did what I was supposed to do, and due to some reason or the other, I had to pass through Ikorodu Road down through Shagam to get to Ibadan. And guys, I never knew that this road was that terrific. This road was so terrible. In fact, let's even forget about the road for now. Let me start with the bus I boarded. This particular bus, as usual, it was so inconveniencing. The spacing was terrible, and you know how it is, the way they lump people inside the bus, like they lump chicken inside carton. So I was like, I don't have a choice, I have to get to Ibadan that same day. And I eventually entered, and I was like, God, see me through. And along the way, while coming rather, I was listening to a particular sermon, and that's one thing that I enjoy doing, especially when I'm traveling like that, because I don't want anything that will bring fears and raise unnecessary thoughts and anxieties in my heart. I'll just pay attention to things that will lift my spirit, man, and edify me. So I was just there listening to this sermon, and this man was talking about the ransom of the Lord shall return with joy, and it just stuck with me. And I just kept saying to myself, I'm the ransom of the Lord, and I always return with joy. Okay, regardless of whatever is going to happen on this journey, whatever, I am the ransom of the Lord, and I always return with joy. So this was like my quote for the day. Okay, with faith anyways. So I entered this bus, and as usual, the bus started the journey, and that was when I realized that this bus had its own issues. Unfortunately, again, rain fell, and this rain was so heavy, guys. You know what they say about it, rain, cat and dog. Exactly, that was exactly the way it looked like. The rain was so heavy, and I was like, God, why does it have to be that today that rain will fall? I don't like when rain falls, especially when I'm on a long journey. But we can't stop rain now, of course. Nobody has power to do that, except nobody anyway. So the rain was quite heavy, and it got to a point the driver I could not see, and I'm very sure that the driver could not see as well, because everywhere was misty. You know, we had to wind up, and despite the fact that the windows were closed and everything, I was practically drenched in the rain. I wanted to vlog this particular trip, but see, I just couldn't vlog. The apprehension, the anxiety was much. I was just nervous and a lot of things, and I just couldn't do any of that, and it's so sad. Although eventually I was able to do a little, like, to show you the extent to which the roads were so bad, and I'll put up that particular video anytime from now. So that was how this way started, and it was so terrible that this man only had one wiper. Is the ceiling of the car was dripping. A lot of things are going on, and people said, showing apprehension. They said shouting, wailing, and why did I say wailing? Nobody died, please. They said, lamenting, that's the word. So they said lamenting and complaining, you know how Nigerians can be. And I was like, there's no need for all this. You guys should just pray for journey mercy. Because obviously, use your lamentation will not help us in any way. To just bring people anxieties and fear. And I just tuned off, right? So I wasn't bothered. But I was like, God, let it just subside. So eventually, it got a point he had to like park in one abandoned petrol station, just so that it could turn on, wind up the glass or some part of the vehicle that could not wind up. The way they would use their hands to position the thing and everything. So it has to wind up, and I was like, if it eventually winds up now, how would you even see? Because you know that anytime you wind up when there's rain and you don't have an AC in your car, you will most probably not be able to see well. The visibility will definitely reduce to the barest minimum. And so we decided this journey, and I was just like, God, have mercy. God, take control. I'm the ransom of the Lord. I always return with joy. When you're back on journeys, like, you see a lot of people, they're coming up with spirituality. I don't know why, because they always feel that traveling outside of your location is like a sacred thing, and you can't just joke with it. Okay, so I was just there within me, saying to myself that I'll return with joy and preserved and all that. Eventually, I saw a bump ahead of us, okay, because there was a part of the road that had bumps, big bumps, and I was like, maybe the driver saw it, maybe not, but it was actually speeding. I don't know. The road is in a bad state, and I don't know why these drivers have to do what they do, because maybe they are feeling like, I need to make money fast as soon as possible, I need to make more money before the day runs out, something like that. So this man was running, but to him, he didn't feel like he was running, okay? And so let me just give you another side gist to this story. There was a particular passenger that sat close to me. Now this brother, I don't know what was wrong with him. He just kept on singing and dancing without music, and I was like, God, hey, things are happening. How can somebody be singing and dancing without music? I looked at his ear, whether he had some earplugs and all that. Nothing was there, and I was so scared, like, God, what kind of thing is this? But inside of me, I was like, well, even if he has any mental disturbance, it's not going to disturb me in any way. I'm just going to pretend like nothing is happening beside me. And so that was how this guy continued. Got to a point I was going to ask him, are you okay, sir? But I was like, is it necessary? Let me just pray for him and pray that he recuperates if it's a mental condition. Anyway, let me go back to the story. So there was this bump ahead of us, and I thought the driver probably saw it. And I don't know, he was trying to overtake a particular vehicle that was coming right or behind us rather, and this man ran into the bump. God, he practically left the steering alone, and he screams, "Hey!" Everybody panicked. I wanted to panic, but after we escaped that bump on us, on Sky, I was like, thank God. And everybody in the vehicle was just lamenting and like, God have mercy, oh, driver be careful, oh, this and this and this and that and that. That was that one woman in the vehicle was just screaming, yeah, my head, my neck has fallen. Like in Yorubas they say Orun ti yi, or not Orun mi in Jesus in that her neck has yi or her neck has walk. So we thought it was a joke. She was like, you don't joking, oh, that neck, oh, yeah, blah 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 blah. Driver to park. I was like, I'm sorry. It was just like Emma Binu, I'm sorry and everything. I was like, this might even still have sense. Because normal Nigerian bus drivers, public drivers, they don't care. Even where they run into ditch, potholes and all that, they keep moving, they don't even care. They will even be defending themselves and be telling you that we are not running, it's because of you that we are trying to be fast, blah blah blah. This one came to apologize, he had to park, and it was like, who has a bony key, tell the woman massage her neck and everything. I was just there, I was just like, God, are we going to be waiting for this? And eventually I could continue the journey, okay? So I was like, God, have mercy. Oh. Now it just dropped my mind as we were still going on that I have always thought that your safety or that journey message that you require will be based on the vehicle you board. Like if you board cab, that you're going to be safe. If you board bus, well, you pray to God to show you mercy. But something just told me that, do you realize that it is not a function of the kind of vehicle you board, whether it's a bus, a cab, or car, whatever, that safety is of the Lord. And you just struck with me like, this struck now stuck with me. I got stuck with that verse and I was like, God, this actually makes a lot of sense. Like really, do you know that you can board cabs and still be involved in an accident and board bus and be safe? Like it's not a function of that. I just, as in that verse or that thing, just thanks to the Holy Spirit anyways, it actually just gave me a different mentality. I saw a different perception about me saying that I always want to board cabs and I don't like taking bus. I was like, whichever way, head or tail, we win. And I just thank God for that word, and I was like, okay, now I know better. Okay, so we now got to a particular part of that road. I thought I'd seen it all, guys. I had not seen anything. If you know Shagamu Expressway, let me say Expressway. Now, if you know that place very well, drop in the comment section down under this video and tell me that road is terrible. You know, because it was raining and the rain had just started reducing a bit as we continued on the journey. We got to a part. Gosh, I wish I had vlogged that part, but see, fear will not allow me to vlog, because I was like, how would our vehicle pass through this water? It felt like cars were swimming in water. Like, is it swimming now? It was that bad. I could see cars being submerged to a very scary extent, and I was like, when I am not in I don't know which country deals with this kind of problem. I mean, the road was flooded to a very terrible state. The potholes and cars had to go down, they come out, and the water was so much. In fact, I wish I had vlogged this part. I don't know. It was when we left that spot I was like, we should have vlogged that part so that people really understand the extent of what I'm saying. And I was like, God, see us through this one again, because I don't know how we're going to pass through this place. And I was like, God, let this car not get stuck in the middle of this river, because this, I don't even know what to call it, because I'll say a river, because the road was totally flooded. I was like, let this car not get trapped in between here. Let us just leave this spot safe and sound. And thanks to God for that. Eventually, after walking some kilometers inside water, swimming inside water, eventually came out on earth. And so at the end of the day, I landed in Ibadan safe and sound. Thanks be to God for that. I want to say that although I've started talking about the lessons I learned on this journey, that number one, it's not a function of the bus or whatever vehicle you take. Safety is of the Lord. That's the most important thing. Then you know this thing about us saying that there's small journey and there's big journey. Some people don't even pray when they want to leave their houses. Sometimes a lot of us are guilty of it. We forget to pray or pray in a hurry and we come back home on earth. And we just feel like, oh well, thank God, it's normal. Now when you want to travel, that's when you start to remember the Bible verses that you have not even listened to or read in a couple of days. And you're like, okay, the Lord is my shepherd, I am preserved from all evil and all that. And I'm like, we are guilty of this thing, some of us anyway. So So we feel that that journey is something sacred, that I need to fast and pray that God will grant me safe journey. Whereas you will think that walking within your locality, going out and coming, just simple things. Trust me guys, every journey is a journey. There is no small journey, there is no big journey. Every journey is a journey, and that's something I've learned. Like even moving from your bathroom to your living room, from your living room to your kitchen, to your walking around your compound, going to your workplace, your business centers and all that, they are all important, as important rather as you traveling outside of your locality. So every journey is very important, and that stuck with me. And most importantly, it is good that whenever you're traveling and you're kind of person that has apprehension and nostalgia feeling like me, ensure that you get yourself saturated with God's word, okay? Because that's someone that I listen to really helped me a lot. It helped me a lot, because there were times where I felt like on a good day my heart would be beating times 2 of the normal heartbeat rates because of I'm traveling. But this time around I felt at least I felt much more better than I usually feel whenever I'm traveling, and I'm grateful to God for that. And this is me saying to you guys that, see, God is ever loving, and He always wants to protect us from all harm. Okay, so we should not be scared of embarking on any journey. But if by adventure you're that kind of person that you're fearful or always have this kind of nervousness when you want to travel, trust me, God is faithful. He will never leave His children today. So this is me signing out on today's narration of my travel experience, or nostalgic travel experience. And thank you for watching. Rather, please do what to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to drop a comment. Let me know in the comment section down below, do you enjoy traveling? Is traveling your hobby? And if you don't, what are your fears about it, and how have you been able to manage it so far? Pray God blesses you. Thank you, and I hope to see you again on the same channel. So then, peace out. Bye.